Hi, Juliette. This is Daddy talking on Friday, March 18th. Uh, Trying to get some of these emails in. There's 6 months worth of emails once a week, so it's over 20 emails. So this is number three. And remember, these are not written to you, these are written to your mother. And these are written to your mother that I was allowed to write to her according to the judge. I could have called her, but I didn't. I wrote her to try to keep things peaceful. And third email to her. So far, nothing writing back. And of course, every time I write her an email, I will have written you a letter that same week. Okay, here we go. Dear Lori, in discussing things today, it was thought a good idea to catch you up on where I am at. There was one major change this year. This audio VR at ABC in 1986 that I worked with went on to work for Fox. He eventually became a manager and even offered me a job there, which I turned down at the time. He went on to become very successful and opened his own nightclub in a town upstate. He then decided to build next to it a recording studio for all the bands he booked. It turns out this singer in one of the bands ended up being someone I was very good friends with in high school. In fact, he was my top co-runner on my cross-country team. And eventually he contacted me via Facebook. He actually offered me a job to run the studio, which was being built all summer long. I made him aware of my situation, the court case, my disability, and he was sympathetic to it. So all summer he paid me off the books, going up there 2 or 3 days a week. Of course, by saying this, the IRS, like I say, he paid me off the books by just buying me lunch, and stuff like that. The reason I'm being coy about the name of the place in town is I don't want to like this information. Uh, Anything that involves money and jobs and things like that to be too well known, especially since I have other people from my school and stuff who want jobs and stuff. Okay, so he said, I'd have to put you on the books, but you have to let me know what your court case is. Let me know when you want a full-time gig or a part-time gig. Fortunately, it took much longer than he expected to build the studio. So I'll come back the fall. So I'm getting that is that if I took a full-time gig, I'd have to move up there and I'd have to give up disability. But the money was very good as well as benefits. Now, of course, a job is a job and a job could always go away. But my decision was that I thought I would never be allowed to see Juliette again. I would move because I would have friends up there where I have none down here. I made a lot of great friends up there. And a woman who sings there as well. Giving up Social Security would mean you would lose your check. I cannot say I did this not cross my mind as a revenge tactic. I wouldn't do that for revenge. I want to work. But as time went on, even before the final court decision, I figured that if I did it out of revenge, it wouldn't be a positive thing. Revenge, those things, we don't go there. That's not how I operate anymore. It's so stupid. And what we are working on is trying to keep everything positive. In the end, revenge offers no satisfaction. I'm talking about a part-time gig now, trying to keep it under the Social Security regulations. I will stay here as long as I think there's hope of seeing Juliette again. I know these decisions cannot be rushed, but the message for the day is no negativity. Every day I get up, I have to believe something good will happen. So that is it. I will remain on disability. No revenge in my heart, no hatred, no poison. Hatred is poison, revenge is poison. You got to stay away from all that stuff. That is the type of stuff we need to work on, just to let you know. All right, that was letter number 3. Let me see if I can squeeze 4 in here. Dear Lori, on October 28th, just before Halloween. The topic of this week is one of sincerity. As you have seen, all of my therapist update emails have been civil, and would be natural to think that I am being nice because it is to my benefit. That is absolutely true. I would be a fool to act any other way, since you hold the cards to my future with my daughter. However, to prove my sincerity, I would like to demonstrate it, and under the current circumstances, that would be impossible. However, I just get off the email for a second. You know, you could end the order of protection anytime. Your mother could, I should say. I'm talking to Juliette, I'm not talking to Lori. Your mother could end the order of protection anytime she wanted to. I can't, she could. So, keep that in mind. Back to the email. However, therapy aside, if losing your daughter does not humble you, and you have even an ounce of humanity, then nothing will. Clearly, Juliette is not going to write back or call me or even down the line see me without your influence on her. I would go down on my hands and knees and beg you for forgiveness. This is the email where I got on my hands and knees and begged for your forgiveness. I often bring that up. If I thought it would make a difference. Had I known that this was all going to happen, it surely would have had an effect on my behavior at the end of January. I never in a million years thought that you would take me to court and spend the money to do so. And what is worse is that it seemed you were lobbying to have me never see you or Juliette again. This is something I still have not come to terms with. Cat, shut up. In the eyes of the court, I am guilty of threatening to kill you and Juliette, and meaning it. I think both you and I know what events took place because I never thought this would happen. And because I never thought this would happen, I had the arrogance to act like an asshole and thought I could get away with it. I can't go back on and change that, but I would do absolutely anything to have another chance. I think everybody deserves another chance. What are you thinking? I don't know. But my only conclusion is that maybe as a mother you feel it would be absolutely harmful for me to be in Juliette's presence for some reason. A maternal instinct that no one could blame you for. Is that true? I will address this more next time, but if given a chance, you would see a very humble person. I only wish to prove that to you. As I read this is 1 month after the order of protection ended. It's been over 2 years now. Think of how humble I am now. Think how much of an asshole I would act now. I'll read one more. Dear Lori, I'm keeping with updating you. I'm writing this. My therapy continues. I did have something to write concerning how this whole thing happened, but I spent the day visiting my old college friend who was dying from throat cancer, and I saw another college friend who I'd not seen in 35 years, and now I cannot think of anything more to say at the moment, except I hope Juliette is well and safe. And just too sad to think about much else at the moment because of my friend and, knowing he's going to die soon. I'll write next week. All right, next one looks like a long one, so we stopped at email 5. All right, Juliette, I love you, and if I want to get anything across in these emails, there may be one that is not sincere, nice, or whatever, and I'll explain that. But listen to the tone of my voice, listen to my regret, listen to my humility, listen to my voice, which you can't hear on an email. I don't deserve a second chance. And what did I do? What does a person do to have his child taken away from him? My therapist said there's something missing. And in the end, we might have figured out what it might be. And I don't think you're going to like it very much, Lori, if you're listening. But Juliette, I love you. But you don't know how much it kills me not to see you. Good night.